There you go.
What's up, guys? I got a camera person today. I got Shanna on camera. So, there's Shanna. She's on camera. And we're doing something that I've never done before. I have no idea if this is going to work out. Oh, my ads are starting on my video. Let me pause it, mute it. There, I'm live. You can see my big booty. All right, so we're going to be melting some silver today. I have a bag of silver right here. This is called shot silver. This is called shot silver because it looks like what would go in like a shotgun, like the pellets. It's made by when you melt the silver, just drop it in water and it makes little droplets. And this is used mostly by people who melt silver, like myself today, because it melts quick, it's small, you can weigh it easily so you can get proper grammage and whatnot. But today, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing because we're doing it all by ear. So my goal is to make a few rounds, and that's pretty much the hard part, is making the proper rounds. So I'm going to make like 4 probably to start with, and then we'll just use the best one, and we're going to try to make a ring out of it. And then from that point, we'll be using a lot of the ring tools, but it'll be a lot different today because we're not using a coin. So we're going to be using my friend Jason's tools from Jason Works. We may have to use everything, we may not use anything. I have no idea because this is all new to me today. The ring part, making part, as long as we get a good solid round, we should be okay. But I don't know. But then from that point, we're going to be doing a lot of polishing, a lot of sanding, making it look like, hopefully, like a wedding band. That's my goal. So right now, the temperature is 1695 and climbing fast. We want it to be 2100-ish, at which point I'm going to drop some silver in there. And it should only take a few minutes to melt. I honestly don't know what to expect. I'm hoping this is awesome. Who we got here? We got a few people watching. We got the live stream up right here, guys. Welcome. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. I don't get a lot of viewers for my my art, but this is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, so I figured, why not do it today? There's nothing else to do. I'm out of work for a month from the ballpark, so I guess I get a couple days off, so why not make something cool? So we are at 1800 degrees. I just went up 1,000.
There's a question.
100 degrees. That's pretty good math right there. That was quick. It's pretty good.
What is it called that you're dropping the silver into?
Shot silver.
No. What?
Oh, I'm going to be using the tabletop furnace from the Tabletop Furnace Company, and we'll see more of it once we get going. But this is just a small tabletop furnace. It has a 30-ounce crucible in it, which is, I think, gold weight, so it's much less in silver weight. But we're going to be using these 2 crucibles, or these 2 molds, not crucibles, molds. We're going to be using the bigger ones here. And I'm going to have to heat those up pretty good so that when the temperatures collide, it doesn't make like a volcano and splatter. So there's a lot of stuff to take into thought. So I got my protection. I got my splattered apron. This is real blood. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not real blood.
It's not real blood.
It's from a Halloween costume. And I can make music with my belly. So we got about 200 more degrees to go.
Do you want to start gloving up?
But yeah, we can see kind of what's going on here. It's starting to glow. There's nothing in it right now, but that's what we want. We want it to glow. We've got a hot crucible right now, which basically is going to be what melts the silver. So let that hit another 100 degrees. We'll toss some silver in there. I think I'm going to start by just eyeballing, maybe. Maybe I'll just pour some in there.
I was gonna
Just
say.
go from there, because I was going to pour some in here and here, and then just use that much. Because my fear, this is where I think things are going to go wrong, is when you pour small things, like this was a bar, this was this bar here, and when you over pour, you get that big bubble. So I don't want to have like a flat coin with a big bubble or missing a spot or anything like that. So this is where it kind of gets interesting on if it's going to work, if the bubbles are going to come into effect, and all that good stuff. So I think we'll start with about that much.
Oh, yeah.
Which should be about 3 or 4 worth. I'll put this guy in there because I need to remelt it anyways. And then this chunk here that was just over pour. So we'll melt all that. We'll save this for either if we need it or another project. We're at 2050 degrees. I'm gonna drink a chug of coffee and then we're gonna melt.
You could say hi to people.
We can. What's up, Beverly and TNA? Coloring with D. Seawinds, Greg. Welcome, guys. Mistress is here. We got some of the crew is here. So I get to see you guys on that. What's up, Fran? How's it going? You like the flag? This is that's Shanna's setup. Just never moved anything. All right. I'm going to pour the silver into here. I got on leather gloves for protection from the heat.
Ignore the messy garage.
Yeah. I'm going to take this out and tilt it just enough so that when I pour this in, it doesn't like go directly in. So I would hate to blow out the bottom of this and have just silver all over inside. And that's going to take a few minutes to melt, but let me grab this from you, Shanna, just because I got a good angle here. But you should be able to see it start going away and then becoming just a big old bubbly red lava mess. There you go. I'm going to cover this.
I was gonna say.
I'm actually going to use one of these to heat it up, and that'll save us some time. These are, I haven't used these yet. I got these from China, so I'm hoping they're decent quality, but I'll find out by using it as a lid because that heat's so hot that it'll shatter if it's crap quality.
Ricky asked if you can make silver bullets for werewolves and such.
No, just because I don't cast silver, meaning if there's not a mold made for it at this time, I don't do it, but I have friends that do, so if you ever want anything like that, I can hook you up with the right person. When I say molds, they kind of have to be 2D. I can't really do 3D. I can't like make the other side to a mold. I could do like half a silver bullet where you could like hang it from a necklace or something like that. But the other side, or I could make 2 halves. I don't know. But no, not really. But yeah, if you see the question, Shannon, if you see anything that I should answer,
I will.
feel
I'll
free
ask.
to let me know. We're holding it at about 2100. We're pretty good in temperature. Let's take a look and see how our silver looks. It's still shot, but you can see it bubbling and going away. And it's almost gone, and there it goes. So now we have liquid. That's where we want to be. So now I'm gonna basically just heat these molds so that they're both super hot so they can withstand the temperature change, and then we'll do a few pours. I have one butane, one that has a little leak, so I'm only gonna use this one for a few minutes.
Helen asked, what can you make?
You can go to my website at www.lukescoinart.com and kind of get an idea. A lot of my stuff is on there. A lot of my available stuff is there. And you can hit me up for private stuff, but mostly coin-related arts. This is not a coin-related art, but I'm taking my coin ring making and kind of adding another aspect to it by just making the coin, basically.
Hi, Karen.
What's up, Karen? I want these to be as hot as I can make them. That way, if there's any moisture locked into these, because these are made of graphite, so if there's any kind of moisture locked in them, you get explosions. It only takes a little drop of water and metal to really make a mess. So I'm just trying to make these super hot, get rid of all the moisture, and also make it to where when I pour that 2100 degree metal, I'm pouring it into something that's as close to that temperature as I can get it.
TNA Hunter says, don't cross the streams.
Don't cross the stream. That's a good, see?
From Ghostbusters. Why are you risking our lives?
We're good. You need to worry, but I think we're good. Alright, I guess that's going to have to work because these both just went to shit on me. You don't like to be at angles. And this one doesn't like to turn off. So we're going to let that burn over here. Let's do this. I really want this heat on though. Alright, Shani, how about you go over here? And if anything splatters or moves, just step back quick. I don't want you to catch on any fire.
Me either, so that's good. It quickly turns.
Alright.
It cools fast.
Yeah, it does. At this point, I could flip them out and just pour a couple more.
Are you going to do that?
Probably, yeah. Let's just do that
Okay.
since it's ready to go. So this turned out pretty good. That one's not exactly round on the bottom. As round as I would like it. But this is all stuff we can fix. I think we got a couple good pours to start with. Let's just pour those other two real quick. We might be good on the pours. A little over pour. And I'll just take this extra.
Yeah.
And just pour it out.
Oh, that was pretty. Just a drop to the ground, like a little drop.
Alright. I'm just going to turn this off.
Okay.
Safety reasons. So I think we got 3 good ones to try out. This one probably won't work, but we'll see.
Karen or Mistress, can you post the link to the website, please?
www.lukescoinart.com. Check me out. I'm gonna unplug this bad boy. So these are pretty thick. What's that?
I was gonna close the garage door.
Let's wait like 5 more minutes.
Okay.
It is cold, but it's not gonna heat up much. I just want the fumes to shoot around, get out of here. All right, so now I'm just wait a minute. I'm actually going to use the hose that's outside. That's another reason I had the door open, or use the water.
Thanks, Mistress.
This one might be our best one, even though it's got that little thingy. Yeah. I can get that off of there, and that one's not too bad. I can get that off of there. Yeah, don't touch these.
Don't touch them? They're
hot? Don't touch these. These are a little warm. They're a little warm right now. So we have 4. They're pretty thick, but I think they'll work. I'm going to be making a pinky ring for myself. I want something that I can show off, you know, when I'm out in Publix. Out in the Publix. So I got a few minutes, and I'm looking at chat if anybody has any questions. And there we go. Thanks, Mistress. Appreciate that. What's up, Dr. Phil? I knew you'd probably check this out. You always comment on the the silver stuff. Like, I think you have a good interest in melted silver, or maybe you have a history of melting silver. And 777 slot. Everyone has the coronavirus, pretty much. I think I do. I probably do. Shanna's shaking her head. Yeah. She works at a hospital, so she brings it home every day.
It's true. Schools are shut in Oregon, too. I saw you guys talking about that.
The what?
Schools are shut. They've
Yeah.
closed down all sorts of events. I think the movie theaters have even closed.
Yeah. It's all shit's going down, guys, but it's going to be okay.
For some people.
We got each other.
True.
I'm staying home, so I just pass it on to Shanna.
We'll just go back and
We're
forth.
just going to go back. She can take it. I mean, she already has it, and people at her work probably already have it, so she's just taking it back to people who already have it. All right, let's go see. I can probably just drop one of these in water. This one might be the one that we're going to start with. Looks the best. So I'm going to grab it with something. And we're going to drop it in the water to cool it off. Didn't sizzle or anything because it's already semi-cool. But that's about all I need to do there. And she should be good. So I think this is the one we're going to try it with. It's pretty thick. It's very thick. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put it in this thing and kind of grind a little bit off the face, make it flatter. The backside looks okay. I'm going to kind of hit this as well with the Dremel tool. So there's some work that I need to do, but let's get to it. Hopefully Shanna can get some good angles and we can get this done. So I think for now, I will be probably just right here, Shanna, using this guy for a few minutes. And let me work on the side real quick, and you can just try to get the best angle that you can if you want, because we want to make this as flat as possible.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Is he made his own coin, and now he's going to make it into a ring. Because he makes these kind already. And he's trying to do one that he casts himself.
And you can see some parts are super thick like that. Some parts are super thin. So that's where I'm going to try to thin it out so that most of it is pretty even by using my tool on this. But I'm going to work on the side first, and then we'll work on flattening it. So it's a process. This isn't going to be a quick coin ring or anything, but if it works out, it should be a unique ring. Okay.
What's that called, Lucas?
This is called a ball vise because it's like a ball. It's for making. It's what hobo nickel carvers use when they make when they carve rings and things. But this will hold it into place while I sand the top, flatten it down a little bit. But I also want to make sure that. So I think we're flat on there, so you can almost see how much I need to flatten. I want it to get closer to where this side is so that we have the same thickness throughout. Right now it's pretty bulbous on this side. So we're gonna start sanding this down. And I don't know if that's gonna be the quickest way. I think I need a higher grit. So we're gonna go with hella grit, I call it.
Hi, Debs.
What's up, Debs?
That does look scratchy.
That should do it. Should do the trick. I'm gonna have to use a series of sanding papers anyways. I could use a sanding wheel, but I have no way of holding it. No way of holding this thing onto the sanding wheel. So I have to do this is the easiest way I could think of.
Showing the silver flakes.
Oh. I was like, what are you doing?
Because they're hitting my hand and I can
Yeah.
see them.
Yeah, I wear my clothes is embedded with silver.
Debs, Luke cast silver into a coin shape, and now he's going to make a coin ring. Well, he's going to make a ring out of it, essentially, because it's not really a coin, but that's what he did. So he cast the silver, And now he's trying to even it out to start the ring.
I'm starting to get there. This side's still pretty high, and this is super hot from the friction. So we'll work on this side mostly.
I'll make sure that Luke does give you that information, Kevin.
I feel like we're getting somewhere. Under.
It's looking pretty fun.
Yeah. These are super hot from all that friction. It's hot as hell. All right, let's go a little bit further, and then I'll soften it up and hit all the sides again, and then we'll see what we can come up with.
Check out all the silver on him. I've got some on me too, but not as much.
Do that. It kind of adds up.
Anybody want to do a line of silver?
It's good for you. It's a little flatter. Looks a little better. So I'm just going to kind of straighten it maybe. Get rid of these bigger divots like this little slice in the side here.
Yeah. 68 HK would like some fillings done.
Yeah. This is the part I'm more worried about because it's a big divot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should keep flattening it to where it's all level to there. I mean, that's what I should do. It's going to take a lot of time. Because what I'd like to use is this thing over here, the sanding drum guy, the wheel at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no way of holding the coin flat without using my hand. If I use my hand, it gets super hot even through gloves and stuff. So I'm trying to do this the quickest and easiest way. I'm almost wondering if I should use a different tool.
What about this one? That just buffs it, right?
Yeah, and I have a good tool that would take this down quite a bit over there, but I just don't have a way of holding it. Let me try to hold it with this and see how dangerous we can get it for a minute.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I mean, we got to test the bounds, right? We got to see how far we can go.
Dr. Fell used a big channel lock to do similar things with the flat sanding belt. I don't know what those mean.
Yeah, I've got one, but I think no matter what I use, it's going to kind of fly off of here. But let's see how this works. Let's see how this works.
Oh, you're going to do this. Oh, okay.
Can't tell if I'm going flat.
Well, the way to tell if it's flat is to just set it on the table.
Yeah, I don't think this is any better. It's getting rid of some metal, but
Yeah.
it's not making it any better. You know what I do wonder? That's hot as hell. I wonder
Wondering.
if the press can come into play here. The big press. If I press it, maybe it'll smush it.
Oh.
Let's just test it out and see,
Oh,
huh?
all right. Why not?
Might as well.
Here, we had to move Mac's chair.
So, I need some stuff to kill friction. So I could use...
I'm going to close the garage door.
Okay. Can use this guy. And I should have hidden in here somewhere. All right. So I'm going to put this underneath. Hopefully that'll stay in place. I'm just going to try to smash it just a little bit.
Okay.
We'll be back in 7 minutes.
What's the pressure on this? The force?
12 ton.
12 tons! That's like 4 to 6 elephants.
It's a lot of tonnage.
I know.
Back up just a little, Shannon, just in case one of these things decides to flip out. I don't want you to get hit. I don't think you want to get hit either.
No. Matthew G asked if you'd ever done with an Obama coin, but was there a silver round for Obama?
No, I never did an Obama coin. I kind of flattened it out.
Yeah, it did.
I think maybe I'll heat it up
And put it in there
do it
again.
again. Soften the metal a little bit. And Bond, speaking of that, I'm going to take this one apart because this one leaks. So I don't want it to leak out overnight.
Approximately how much silver would that round be? About a half ounce?
This one, let's weigh it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to turn this on.
I'll leave it on.
Okay.
It's 20 grams, basically. So a little over half ounce.
Is this pure silver or 0.9?
This is pure.
Pure. Not sterling.
That would have been probably a smarter idea. But, you know, I go all out. Would have definitely been a smarter idea. But I'm here to play. I'm here to have fun. Dry this off nice and good. Don't want any water on it to slip through.
Fell asked, can it be hammered or is it too soft?
It could be hammered.
But I think he's using the
I don't think
press.
it'll be very
Even.
even if I hammer. I'm trying to get a really even flat press on this.
Yeah, it is an amazing workshop. We're lucky because we have I think the garage is 47 feet deep and then, I don't know, 20-ish feet high. So we have a lot of room. So we can have Luke's whole shop in here and then store all the crap that we like to store.
That's good. Really flattened it.
It did. I like it.
So now I can just work on the edges real quick.
Yeah.
The Dremel tool. It's going to be a thick pinky ring. You're still going to have an issue with, like, that's being really thin right there and it kind of going up. But I'm just going to have to work around it and see what we can do. It may end up being a hammered ring. It may end up being, who knows? We're just going to play this by ear because at this point, we're going to make the best ring we can.
Also, trying to practice social distancing. We have time.
I love that rule, social distancing. Not with Shanna, but with the real world. I think that should stick around. That rule should be around for a while.
Luke's a bit of an introvert.
Yeah, stay away. What do you mean? Don't talk to me. Social distance yourself. You need to properly socially distance yourself there, sir. All right, well, I mean, shit. Let's just see where this takes us. I'm about ready to punch the hole in this. The center doesn't really matter because I'm popping that out.
Right.
So I don't need to worry too much about the center.
I'm going to look for some questions.
I'm going to copyright strike you for restreaming my stream.
You can't. It's on your screen.
Oh yeah.
Weirdo. I'm always learning. When you live in a house with Lucas, you're always learning.
Now I just want to sand this down, make it even, just so there's just no splits or cracks or anything, anything like that. I could take my bloody apron off, huh?
You could. But I
Neighbors
mean,
probably like, that's what we hear up there. It's not the dogs, it's the cops. They're like, somebody killed somebody in the garage and
they're
they're cutting the
sawing
body
him in
up
half.
right now. I can hear the tools.
I think my neighbors almost, I'm almost certain all of the neighbors have children,
Yeah,
except for maybe 2.
except for the smart ones.
So that's maybe why they're keeping their kids away.
Yikes. We're just gonna go with it. There's a lot of divots on the bottom side, but I'm just gonna go with, I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But hey, this is what we're gonna work with. So
All right, let's punch a hole.
Punch a hole in this bad boy. So first I want to see, it's gonna be a pinky ring, so I want it to be a pretty small ring. It's already gonna be pretty thick. So I'm thinking, yeah, because I'm gonna have to take some stuff off the edges and stuff. So I want it to actually, I'm gonna take off more than I think I'm gonna need, or less than I think I'm gonna need. I'm gonna take a 7/16 hole. I'm gonna punch it into it using my fist.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're using Jason's Works tools. This is a self-centering die, so it should center itself in there. Being this a hand-poured coin, I don't know what it's gonna do.
It's fun though.
Depends on how round my coin is. Should work though.
Oh, well, you're talking about Jason Works. Jason Works, this guy.
I thought he showed up for a second.
No, he made.
All right. Now let's punch this thing. I'm gonna use my vagina. My vagina.
China. I should have told you guys to plug your ears. Sorry.
So there's our center punch.
Cute. Excuse you.
Looks pretty centered to me.
Nice.
So now it looks kind of like a washer.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like a washer. All right, this is where it gets real interesting because this is super thick. Super thick. We got some smaller points. We got some bigger points, but you have those on regular coins anyways. So I'm going to, again, hit this with some sanding tools to clean out the inside now, because that's going to be the most stretched out point. The inside's the most stretched out point.
Oh, that's what she said.
So, and it looks like my tool made a little round divot because it's such soft metal, but that's all good because this is all going to get sanded and messed with later anyways. I may have to go bigger on the hole just because once I cone this, I still have to fit it on the stretcher.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be okay, but that seems like a small hole.
That's what he said.
So that still some lines from me sanding, so I'm going to hit it with some 2000 grit sandpaper. If I can roll it up small enough, fit through this tiny hole. You yawning?
Oh.
Oh, okay, good. That's addictive if you yawn.
No.
No, no, no. No. Wasn't me.
No, actually, I burped. If you want
Nice.
the whole YouTube world to know that.
You could have just said he yawned.
Which is ruder. Have you ever worked with 22 karat gold?
I've just done puzzles and stuff. I haven't made rings yet.
He's cut puzzles out of that before. And is it soft? It's fairly soft.
Yeah, it's like working with silver. I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't done it. I don't have the gold laying around to practice on. Mm-hmm. If I did, I would totally make myself a ring. I'm not really a gold wearing person though, so I don't know if I actually would wear a gold ring. But I've had customers hit me up and ask if I would make them a ring if they got the coin. But gold's so expensive, and the rings cost. If you want a decent ring, you're gonna have to go with a half ounce at least, and that's gonna cost you $600-700, $800 just for the coin. So,
yeah.
And then
seems expensive.
Yeah. So this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be so thick.
Look and see questions.
Let's see if there's any questions. I'm gonna hit this edge a little bit more. And then we're gonna start forming it. Hopefully it all works out. I'm just worried about it being so thick that when I cone it, that it actually will fit on the ring stretcher now.
Look, questions. Oh, Nash. Whoops. Where? Who? Oh, me. I'm on the camera.
Alright, I think there's nothing left to do but do it.
That's what she said.
Full of them today, huh?
Thanks, mistress.
Yeah, right now it just looks like a washer.
It does.
A thick washer. If anybody needs thick washers, I could sell them to you at a low cost of $100.
Why would you use silver for a washer?
High end. People like high end, Shannon. Have you ever seen that show?
Most Expensivest?
Most Expensivest?
I have. Hi, Karen.
Most Expensivest washer. 2 Chainz, hit me up. I can hook you up with the most expensivest washer in the world.
I think it would have to be made of gold, but
hey, it's all good. So the few issues we got is the front of it has a divot from the tool, as does the back a little bit. But we can work all this stuff out after we fold it, because we may not even get past the folding process, depending on how thick this is once we cone it.
It might break.
It won't break. It's not going to break.
Will it crack like mine did?
Maybe.
I have that
You never
on.
know, because there could be air bubbles in here that I don't know about, because being hand poured. This
Yeah.
looks like a lifesaver. I should make lifesavers. Lifesaver candies. Silver savers.
Maybe.
Life silvers.
So he helped me make this ring out of a coin. And when
I didn't help you. You made it yourself.
well, I mean, he has all the tools. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to get it so that you can see it, but when we folded it, you can see how what's the part that has the divots on it?
The reeded side?
The reeded side kind of split a little. There's a little crack there. And that's just because of some flaw in the pour on this round that I had and made into a ring.
All right. Well,
Huh. That's funny, fam. Or Lori.
here we go. I think I'm going to use the side that we've been sanding down as the outside. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen from here on out. So we're kind of in this together. I'm going to use my buddy Jason's tools. I'm going to start it in this one just to get the initial fold going, just because it doesn't fit in the smaller die that I should be using. And
Pretty tools.
what's that?
Pretty tools.
Yeah, he makes the best. This thing's really thick, so we'll see what happens here. I'm going to be using this die here. We're just going to give it a quick small fold and straighten it out in here. Ooh, this is thick.
That is thick. So
It's hard to get going. I can see it stressing already, which is fine.
look at how cool that is.
It does look cool.
You can't see it probably, but the way it's wavering like that.
Yeah, it's like warping.
Cool. Most expensivest ring you have ever made.
About $300. It was my friend Josh. He's one of the leading. He has one of the largest collections of half bust dollars, and he wanted one made into a ring, and it was a 1820 that then made into an 1822, and they made it into an 1824. So they restamped it. So it's called a 4/2/0,
420.
which is 420, and it was like a $250 coin. All right, you want to get in on this one, because this is where things could go wrong. It's gonna be really hard to stretch more than that.
You know whose pinky it will fit on?
Yours?
Let's see.
Not yet. We can still, hopefully it'll fit on the stretcher, on one of the stretchers. If we can get it on, we should be okay. We're going to use this one. So I'm going to try to go just a tad bit more if I can. And I'm going to use the press, because that might
Oh,
be
yeah,
able
that
to
might
press
help.
that down a little
And press
bit.
it faster.
And I'll just use my normal press here, because it is a little faster than this one.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm more familiar with it, with its pressures and whatnot.
It's got an astronaut on it. Or no, I'm sorry, that's a catcher. I honestly don't know. What
That's
that
a
is.
knife.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's missing
knife.
his sword.
Here it comes. It's almost there. Ooh. Oh, press. Ooh. That really did it. Oh, that's
Kind of softened up the outside.
I'm really excited for this.
We should add a reed to it.
Hi, Irene.
What's up, Pride? Kind of want to go a little further just because it is flattening it. If I can get a good press on it. I don't have any fear of it going out the bottom. Should be able to press this down without any issues. Can you hear the dogs? So see how that flattened that out a lot? Made it more ring looking. Now we got to try to stretch this thick boy. So we're going back to the heat.
Listen to those
There's
dogs
a
howling.
lot of fractures and issues with this top side, but
We might. That's
deal with
actually
that
kind
as
of
we
pretty.
go.
Charlene, Puzzles the Hedgehog, passed away about 9 months ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. They don't live very long, so.
Yeah. So I'm now heating this up to make the metal softer, so when I stretch it, it's easier. This is where stuff's gonna go down and stuff's gonna go down. Well, hopefully nothing goes down.
Just chat's pretty fun to watch sometimes.
It's the best chat in the world.
I know.
I'm not gonna worry about protecting the metal on metal contact right now because I'm gonna be sanding the inside anyways. So I'm gonna start with this one because it's the only one it fits on. And I need to fix this real quick because this thing gets in the way.
Welcome back, coloring.
Okay. I'm trying to avoid. I'm actually going to tape it real quick. Excuse me. I'm going to tape that up because there's a piece of metal sticking out. That has been messing with me. I need to get past it.
There you go.
It doesn't work.
Exactly, Seawind.
Piece of metal digs in. You
Yeah.
can see where it digs in. I can't get past this. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Now he's stretching it.
So now we're stretching. I got a ways to go. Shannon wants to test her finger.
Oh, yeah, you still have a ways to go.
Halfway there. Still have a ways to go. So I'm going to heat it again. Bark it or
Move it.
I'm going to chug some coffee. But you can see where we're at. We're getting somewhere. Oh, thank you. It's looking legit, huh?
It is. Marsha gave you a compliment.
Thank
Your
you,
rings are
Marcia.
beautiful work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I take lots of pride in my rings. All right. I'm going to ask you to move just for a second so I can move a few things that might fall if we shake the table too much. Okay, everything else should be safe. Wow, it
It
fits. Isn't that
fits on my
weird?
giant man hands. Ooh.
Everything's falling. Sorry, guys. This is stuff that I can't lose.
Getting close.
Yeah, I'm gonna heat it again. You can see where we're at here. It's a little oblong, but that can all be fixed.
Marsha asked how you got started in silverware.
Started with puzzles, with making coin puzzles, and then it just grew from there. I decided one day to make coin rings, and it required way more tools than I ever thought, and more money, and I just said I'm all in, you know. It was either you go all in or just do half-ass. I don't like to half-ass anything.
That's true.
So I got everything I need. I still need more tools, but they're like, you know, $10,000 tools and things. Except like a lathe.
Ooh.
So I could do the real intricate. But you know, I can make a good ring right now. So that fits, but I want to be able to shrink it using my die. Getting a little nervous because this side's starting to kind of, the thinner side
Oh yeah, the thinner side's getting a little
is
thinner.
getting much thinner. It's almost stretching at that thin point, and I can see the metal stressing. So I'm just going to go a tad bit further, just enough to where it'll actually fit on my finger. And actually, we're going to make this one for Shanna, so it's good.
Woo woo!
So let's see how far we have to go.
Oh, it's plenty big now.
Perfect. So this will be for Shanna. So
Yeah.
let's reduce it, and then we'll do the proper shaping and polishing and making it super pretty. So now I'm going to go over to my reduction dies, and we'll use this stuff over here. I think that one's too small. I'm going to use this guy here. I don't need to worry about the metal on metal contact because it's a flat surface. There's nothing to press down really.
So, for example, with his coin rings, he tapes them so that the detail of the coin, when it's being pressed against the metal, isn't pressed to the point where you can't see the detail.
Exactly. Let's use Swedish die just for a second.
See you later, 777.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. This is going to slightly reduce the sides down just a tad bit.
See, wins, it's actually Shanna, but it is Irish.
I'm going to do the same amount on each side. It's stuck in there because there's really, see how that fits your pinky, if you could fit it through there.
Fit my pinky through there? Yeah, I totally can.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to pop this out. I'm gonna have to use some ingenuity here.
Thank you.
ears. All right, so one side's reduced. How does that fit? Too big, hopefully.
It's too big.
Cool. Gosh. Then we'll reduce the other side the same amount. How's that? Okay, perfect. Now I can get rid of this guy, and we can use the reduction die to hopefully finish it up. Between sizes. There we go. It's really close. All the way down on each side.
I'm so excited.
Let's see if that fits good.
It's too big.
Too big? Perfect.
Hopefully, this is inspiring other people to get out and be creative while we're all stuck at home.
Alright, I don't know if that did much size-wise, but let's see how that fits. A little tighter.
Yeah, it needs to be a little tighter.
Awesome. I'm just taking this really slow because once it's sized, it's good to go. I don't need to do any more filing or sanding to make the shape different. So I'm just taking it super easy. More?
Yep, it's still just a little too
Taking
big.
it super slow here.
That's
Fully
what
what I
she said.
expect. More.
Yeah, I'm afraid it would slide off.
It's all right. This is perfect. This is exactly what I'm hoping. Just don't want to go too
Oh.
far.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so Marcia has asked, what are all the tools and how do they assist in making? So
That's a tough question to answer because there's so many.
we worked a lot of tools.
Pinky me.
Oh yeah, but that he just now used that press so
A
that
little
he
more, right?
little tiny bit more, yeah. So that because he's using the minimizer tools essentially that his buddy Jason makes. So what it is it's taking a ring that was too big and smushing the sides in as it presses, so that it can
That should be good.
make it small enough for my finger.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
No more shrinkage?
Maybe a little bit more.
Okay, because there's a little not reed, but
But yeah,
this part
you've
I'll
got to
take
get that off.
so
So yeah.
Normally I wouldn't, but actually that side needs to go down just a tad bit anyways.
So Inja Mezzane said that they were going to be sending you the 22-karat gold coin for you to make it.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
I believe we spoke before about it.
Yes.
Now I'm going to take, this side's just, you see how funky it looks? It just isn't right. Because this is still our really thin side. I'm going to take a deburring tool and just kind of take some of this off. This side doesn't look terribly bad, but let's just do that right now. And I'm only going to do like a U shape.
It's kind of like a drill press. Yeah. Marcia.
Yeah, it's just called a, is it a 2-ton press? I think it's a 2-ton or a 4-ton. They're available at Harbor Freight. They're pretty cheap. But what's required for coin ring making is first you need something that'll punch center holes. You can do it, you can figure out ways to do it without any tools. It's just a lot of work. The best tool is Jason's Works center punch. There's things out there like this available, where you can use rings and whatnot to center it and punch it out. But the most important thing is having a good center punch, because without a good center punch, it's going to be oblong and it's just not going to work out proper. You need a ring stretcher, which I have two. The first one I got was very expensive and I don't ever use it. This one is super cheap on eBay. It was like 89 bucks delivered, and this is the one I primarily use. I've used it for almost all my rings in the last 2 to 3 years. This one I just use for backup. You need a Dremel tool for some sanding and whatnot. You need a press. You may need a 1-ton press or a half-ton press. You need all these dies. This set alone is it's almost $2,000. It's about 1,600 bucks, I believe. You get all these tools here. You get the center punch here, and you get push rods and dies and stuff. So pretty much for that, you get just about everything you need, except for the big tools: the press, the coin ring stretcher, and the Dremel tool. So if you can get Jason's set, you'd be pretty set.
Dremel tool is my favorite. Or not the Dremel tool, this deburring.
Deburring tool.
Because it's a plumber tool.
Yeah. We use tools of the trade. So the tools for coin ring making haven't been out a long time. I'm rounding this off. And it's going to be a little funky looking.
Do it so they can see what it actually...
This actually just takes shavings off, and I'm not trying to go all the way around because I don't want to take any off there. But it just kind of rounds, it takes shavings off like so. And I'm just doing it to give it just a better look. So, see how that fits your pinky? Hopefully it's just a tad bit tight. I can go tighter.
Yeah, just a little, because like I feel like if I did this, it'd fly against the wall.
Okay. So I'm going to squish it down just a tad bit more on each side, and then we'll just make it look super pretty.
I like winky stuff too, mistress.
Good?
Yep.
Cool. Now let's make it super pretty. So we've got the shape and the size done. Now we need to make this thing look awesome. So we've got a really crappy looking side there that we'll sand down. This side here is our cut side that we're going to sand down. We're going to sand the inside and outside out real quick. And to do that, let me put a few things away here so that I have the room I need.
Can I see it for a second? I almost like some of the outside imperfection.
Well, we can even hammer it so it's hammered. So
I don't
it has
know
a
what that
hammered.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Want
Yeah,
it
yeah,
hammered?
yeah. That'll be pretty.
All right, we're gonna hammer it.
That's good. Guys, that's going to look super.
So to do that, I'll just do that first. So we're gonna put it on the ring sizer. I might need to reshape and size it, but I'm just gonna be using a hammer, which is over here. Let me squeeze by you real quick. I'm gonna use a ball peen hammer, and we're just gonna kind of hit it
loud and you guys are probably not able to hear. Exactly, mistress. And I'm in James Zane. Ooh. If you're talking about me holding the camera, it's because I'm the cinematographer, I have to walk around with him. I can't sit down. I gotta show things.
I think that's good. I think that made it a little bigger. So try with your finger real quick and make sure that. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll make it pretty. So now we got a hammered edge. I don't have to sand the outside.
Oh God, that's
We
so
just have to
pretty.
worry about the edges, the inside.
And then
The inside we don't have to worry too much about. We're just gonna make the same amazing looking out. So to do that, I just need my Dremel tool, my trusty Dremel tool. We're gonna round off this side and kind of try to just make it awesome, I guess. It's really flat cut right now. I don't want to sand really on the outside because we got that cool hammer look. So I'm just going to round this off.
I know, mistress. It's pretty cool. It was originally for Luke, but since the metal was just not going to work to get bigger, I guess I lucked out. How lucky
It's
am
for you the
I?
whole time.
Liar pants.
You just didn't know it.
Liar.
It's maybe one of my proudest pieces.
Me too.
Forged from scratch.
That's right.
So I'm just hitting the inside because it's pretty rough in there. We're going to sand this up really nice.
So,
And it's super hot, so I'm trying to do it without burning myself.
I have a question.
Yeah.
My question is, do you still buff it even though it's been hammered? Like, will we
I'll buff
buff
it.
it?
Yeah, I'll buff it so it's really pretty.
Okay.
But I'm not going to sand the outside. We'll just buff it so it's shiny.
Well, Karen, I hope that she's getting better. I didn't know she was sick.
Oh, her mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo, this thing's hot.
You have gloves.
I know. I want to feel I gotta feel the metal. And then our rough, that was the outside that we were really struggling with.
Yeah.
We'll make that super pretty.
Oh, yeah. That's tough. Sorry, Karen.
We're almost done with this bad boy.
Woohoo!
Anybody needs a wedding ring made?
Definitely tougher.
Hit me up. I'm your guy. Can make it from scratch.
Which, I mean, honestly,
How cooler would it be to have it made live?
yeah,
Like if you're getting married and you can have someone make your ring, and you can see it being made.
totally.
That means more than just receiving a box with a pretty ring inside of it.
And also, let's get real about diamonds, guys. A lot of wars are being fought over diamonds right now. Why wouldn't you just want a silver one?
Silver. So we're getting that cut side nice and pretty. Get rid of all those divots and cracks and splits. Sanding my nails in the process.
Sanding your nails.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Just hit them nice and gently, you know. Get my nails did. And then just hit this inside up. Now that it's not so hot, finish it up. Woo! It gets hot fast. Just one spot that you can't really get to. Hey.
I was trying to see if there was questions for you. And the chat goes away really fast on your phone.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like.
No, but you're in the shop the whole time. Here, so it's just, you know. Purple Skittles says that it's giving her the EBGBs, the noise.
Yeah,
it does sound like the dentist.
It is like.
I was just there on Friday and had to get a
Is
filling.
it a little? It might be warm, but is it a little loose right now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I want to tighten it just a tad.
Yeah. Okay.
This might mess with that hammer look, but it also might make it look super cool. So we're gonna figure it out right now. And then we just need to polish it, and it's done. Or a little tiny bit of sanding, but. Yes. All right. Now. Oh yeah, just check it. Checky check. Is that a good fit?
Mm-hmm.
Is it perfect? Is it amazing?
Yep.
All right, give it back.
I just want to make sure it's like.
Give it back to me.
You know how often I move my hand like that
Yeah,
for a repeated period of time?
Flail your hands like that.
Right.
Daily. Get in there and cook. No, she doesn't do that. I do make dinner though. It's nice.
He does. You know why? Because he doesn't trust me to cook.
No, it's not that. I just want you to eat the best.
That's true.
And if you want a grilled cheese made from a pretzel and you don't know how to make it, I'll make it.
Yeah. Oh, he did. He made me a big pretzel grilled cheese. Purple Skittles. It's me. Where am I? Oh, Channelize. It's me. That's who's filming. Whoop.
All right. Like.
Ricky, he does save. He actually does save the silver dust, and he will put it in vials sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of it just goes into here, and then there's some skulls. I don't know. No, they're in. The one on the left has some shavings in it. I got 2 full skulls in the house, and I save all the innards and the shavings, and I don't melt it because a lot of times other foreign metals get involved. And I'm not, most of the time when I melt something, it's for resale, and I'm not gonna sell something as a purity if I don't know exactly what it is. So I'm not even messing with it. All right.
You also sent some to
Oh, scraps I'll
Hey,
send to
Dale.
people, but
you sent how much? You sent the silver dust to what's his name?
for stuff for myself, yeah.
No, part of the anthrax challenge.
Oh yeah, to Theo Vaughn. But
Yeah.
I just sent him a vial of anthrax.
It was
or
silver.
a vial of silver because he has something called the anthrax challenge. We're almost done.
Oh, I don't have a channel, guys. I mean, I have a channel technically, but I don't really do anything on it. There's some funny videos of me torturing Lucas.
All right, Shannon, this is the last step of your ring. We're just going to make it pretty.
Woo woo. And then I'll hand you the camera and you can show it.
I really like this. This is crazy.
It's so pretty. The channel, so Luke's got his channel, Luke's Doghouse. The only reason I have a channel, channelize it, is so that I can chat with you folks when I'm watching his scam baiting or the chickens or Deo or Karen. I haven't been able to catch Mistress live, I don't think. But yeah, so channelize it.
She has a really funny video on there of her torturing my head.
There's 2 videos of me torturing you on my channel. You guys, they're funny. Super funny.
This is it. This is the last.
I do channelize it. I am a therapist by trade, a clinical social worker. And so that's why I call myself channelize it.
All right, this is it. It's done.
And you're right, Mistress. I don't think any videos from 2018 New Year's Eve survived.
Let's polish it. Give it a quick polish, and we be done.
It's gonna get really hot, Lucas.
I know. Woo!
Sorry, guys. I was looking at it instead of filming it. I mean, it was in the square, but still.
Does it look all right for you?
Yes, it does. Now you can show it.
What's up, guys? So let's see if we can zoom in and focus on this guy. Apparently not. That it won't do. Give it a hammered edge or hammered look. I will post pictures on, no, I do not do engravings. I can do like stamps and stuff, but no engravings. So this is it. Shannon, would you mind handing me one of the blank ones over there? The blank rounds?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. So we went from one of these
That he poured himself.
to a ring. So that's pretty much what we just did. Went from this to that. I appreciate you guys coming by. This was a lot of fun. This is something off my bucket list that I've been wanting to do. You can see the insides nice and polished up. There's still some, it's obviously a hand poured piece. You can see the little flaws and whatnot that didn't get sanded out. But for the most part, this is it. This is a pure silver, 0.999 pure silver pinky ring for Shanna that we hammered on the outside and formed from scratch. It's my first ever scratch silver ring, and I'm really proud of it. And if needed, this could easily be sanded out to where it looks like, something that you'd buy off of Tiffany or something like that, to where it would be more like this. This one isn't very polished, but once you polish it up, you can see yourself in it in the reflection. But this is another one I did from coin, so it's just more sanded and more polished. And this is the new one. So this is going on Shanna, and I'll post pictures on Luke's Coin Art Instagram as well as Facebook. And yeah, thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. This was a fun project. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye, Shanna.